Hey all, let me turn this music down a little bit. Let me know how we sound out there, if you can hear me okay. It's been a minute since we've live streamed over here, and shoot, we're doing Meta Connect, obviously, big announcements, but what the heck, there's no 5 p.m. is weird, super late. What's up, everybody? We had Bones show up here first. Yoda, Mr. Guard, Darth Lilyvan. Been a minute. Yep, it's time to stream again. Sorry, Giraffe. I know it's a weird time of day to be streaming. What's up, Anxie? Katsuni VR. Good to see you again. Mark Poppin. Saya Official. Natalie, of course. Assassin 32 VR. Sup? Yo, what is up, everybody? We already got 61 people here watching. That is wild. Let me see if I can pull up. Want to pull up this and put it in front, and we're going to hopefully oh yeah, man, it's been so long since I've done this. I need to unlock, and I want to make that much smaller. We're going to keep an eye on what's happening on them over here. Boy, remember we used to stream daily? For like a long time, I streamed every day. That was a wild time. What is up? Nick Watkins. So that's the big rumor. Most likely, we already got the leak about the Ray-Bans. So whether you call glasses with a screen in them a headset, I don't know. I don't really count it because that's AR. There's some rumors that some sort of Quest, like the Asus one, could be announced. I kind of doubt it, but I want to believe that something VR is going to be related, but the fact that they didn't invite like any VR people out makes me think that, you know, maybe not. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, right now the weirdest thing is that we're only 30 minutes from this thing supposedly going live, and there's no countdown on Facebook. There's nothing going on out there. So, hey, I guess we're just going to hang out and chat for a while. So Ivan, Quest 4 news. I got to get my chat up here where I can see it constantly, because I am not keeping up on this stuff like I usually do. I feel like a noob right now at streaming. Let's put this here and put this here and put this here. Aha, look at me go. All right. So real quick, for anyone who's just popped in right now, looks like I've got 84 people here. It looks like a bunch of you have already hit like on the stream. Thank you so much. It's been too long, Just Quinn, that I have streamed. So right now, Meta Connect is supposed to be happening in 30 minutes, 34 minutes until the keynote, which is where Mark stands up, tells us basically everything that's going to happen for the year as far as that goes on. Katsuni VR, thank you so much. And we're here for it. Last 2 years I was actually there, so Editor John stepped in and streamed, but this year they didn't seem to invite any Quest specific content creators, which makes it feel like there really isn't going to be anything Quest announced. But from what I understand, developers are still there as usual. a bunch of Horizon mobile creators are actually there. And then, you know, there's a few content creators there because they went through another agency. Like you'll see VR with Jasmine's there. She's the CEO of Impact Reality now. So like people who work as developers or work in other parts of the industry might be there. But ultimately, as far as like questers like myself or Mateo or Nazy, like none of us got invited this year, which means that feels like it's a pretty far-fetched hope of finding out about anything. But now the big rumor, as Laggy SE has shown up here to say, is everyone's talking that Valve might be announcing something about their new headset during the Connect live stream to kind of take the wind out of Mark's sails over here. So that'll be interesting to see if that really happens. Oh my goodness, 137 people are here right now. Yeah, we're basically just cranking up, getting ready for Connect. We've got this on the screen here so we can watch for their stream. But supposedly the whole thing's happening on Facebook. I'm signed in over there in a dev thing to watch for it when it starts up. But it's weird that, I mean, we're almost 30 minutes out and there's still no countdown. So hopefully that happens here soon. Oh, we got an alert. Hey, welcome. Speak Dolphin and Castlewoods Productions just subscribed. Thank you so much for subscribing to a name you already know my name. Jay is just short for Jeremiah. It's people, if you are about to have kids and you want to name your kid, consider a name that's not 4 syllables long, because a 4-syllable long name, people will try to shorten it their whole life. Jeremiah is a long name. People always try to call me Jeremy or Jerry, and I didn't care for those, but Jay, Jer, some of my close friends were able to call me, but Jay stuck. Portal says Boneworks Remastered will be announced. Trust, I hope so. That'd be amazing. You showing the whole thing or just VR stuff? I'll show the whole keynote. Although, unfortunately, if it's like last year, you know, I was at the keynote and they talked about the Quest 3S for like 5 minutes and then they rambled on about AI for the next hour and a half. I think Meta kind of sees this as their like biggest advertising of the year. And so everybody knew the Quest was coming. Everyone was excited about the Quest. They're like, let's get everything else out there as fast as we can. Try and get people excited about the things we are, like AI and Llama and all that stuff that people didn't really care about as much. But basically, Mark's portion will be the biggest part. When the stream starts, for those of you who haven't been with us during this before, I will go radio silence on this. We will only listen to the stream, but I will be in the chat, still chatting away to all of you over there. But the stream will just be the actual event happening. So if you want to continue the discussion with me, we can chat there, but otherwise we're just going to all watch quietly and listen together. And then from there, when it ends, like when the keynote ends, it might get real boring during the keynote. I'm going to warn you now. The last, like, 70% of last year's, there was times where it was interesting, but for the most part, if you're here for the VR and the tech, Mark kind of gives all that away in his portion, and then he hands it off to Boz and other higher ups at Meta. During that part, I will still keep it quiet. We'll still just be chatting in chat, but once all that's over, we'll switch back to face cam at the end, kind of debrief, see what we learned, and then I have a video for all of you dropping at the very end of this, a little secret something. So we've got some how much can I say? We got to try some Meta stuff. Reflex Ren just subscribed. Welcome to the JayBratt community. We got to try some headset stuff a little bit earlier in the month. And let me go take a look at Facebook. Someone says we have a countdown happening. Aha, live. All right, let me switch up some things here really fast. We're gonna turn off this display. We're gonna switch over to this. Exit, full screen. And switch this back on. Boom. All right, so we do have a live countdown to the event now, at least. That is a bit more comforting, because I was starting to really think this wasn't happening. Hey, Emiliano, Jamie, Jaime just subscribed. Remind me to turn those alerts off when the actual event starts. So we'll probably switch over to the clean screen background I have here, which will just be that, and we'll hide the chat box and everything, and I'll just be with you in the chat. But yeah, so there is a special secret video that I will drop right as this stream ends, so you all can go check that out. But we did get to go try some stuff earlier this month. Gosh, was it last month already? It's been a wild time. They only do face. So Smarito, unfortunately, Meta wants to get you to Facebook because that's theirs, and so they live stream it there. I wouldn't be surprised if they live stream on Instagram, but YouTube isn't theirs. So typically any live streams you see on YouTube any live streams you see on YouTube are typically ones that people are live streaming themselves live also, like what I'm doing right now. So unfortunately, yeah, YouTube, Meta wants you to be on their platforms, and Facebook is their platform. So yeah, that's going to be their thing. And I totally did not just spill Gatorade all over the place while streaming. That did not happen at all. So yeah, we're down to 27 minutes. I need to get caught up on chat. I know I'm so far behind. So yeah, I'm here on YouTube, but basically anyone you see on YouTube, they might put it on their Meta channel. They've done that in the past. Oh, and now we've got Meta people skateboarding and random people around the campus. Still just a countdown, just some background scenes. We'll put it up here a little bit bigger so we can kind of watch it together. Oh, just kidding. Okay, we're gonna have jumping back and forth between those. Let me go take a look. Meta Connect. Aha, the Meta channel does have it up on YouTube now too. Okay, good news then. It will be on YouTube as well. Obviously, if you hang out here, we can chat in the side chat together while it's all happening, react live to it. But if you do want to go to the official one over there, it is happening on Meta's page too. But for now, it's just going to be a countdown. Almost 200 people hanging out here. Thank you. Welcome if you've never been on the channel before. For those of you who just caught in, as the event gets close to starting the countdown, it will go full screen. We will go quiet. We will only be chatting live in the actual chat, and then we'll go from there. Notice me sent by, of course, Just Quinn. Yep. So Meta is also streaming it on their channel. No more Gatorade to spill. Fish VR, what's up? The Blaze, I see you in here. Mark Poppin. Is it 2026, 2027 for the Quest 4? I can't keep up with the changes. 2027 for the Quest 4, as far as we know, although there's a lot of rumors up in the air about whether we're still going to get a Quest 4, whether we're going to get a Quest 4S, whether it's going to be something completely different if they're really going to switch to AR. 2026, it's rumored the ultra lightweight headset, something with possibly a wider field of view, tethered, again, likely at least to some sort of computational puck, if nothing else. I'm with you, Beefeaver. So there was some rumors that maybe the Asus version of Quest, because basically Meta announced a few years ago they're going to start allowing other companies to make Quest style headsets that use the same operating system, just like how Androids are made by multiple companies. Quests will now be made by multiple companies. So there's some people hoping that maybe they'll announce the Asus ROG headset at this event, which would be Asus's high-end Quest, potentially with eye tracking, foveated rendering options, higher definition graphics, all those things, a gaming specific headset. And there was some rumors in the code. If you don't follow Luna on Twitter, Luna is amazing at code scrubbing. There was a bunch of stuff showing up in these new Quest updates about being able to unlock your headset with your irises, with your eyes, face unlock, like all these things that would require some kind of rear facing cameras. So that's where a lot of rumors got fueled that maybe that Asus headset has cameras inside of it facing in. Geez, there's over 200 people here right now. Welcome everybody. Welcome. Thank you. So that's kind of the whole rumor mill right now. But then on top of that, the big surprise today is there was a bunch of different like VR people showing off pictures that they were all up in Seattle, which is where Valve's headquarters are. So now there's a rumor that during this event, Valve might announce their headset just to kind of take the wind out of Mark's sails over at Connect. And that would be their new Valve frame, whatever, you know, the Deckard we've been talking about forever, possibly their new standalone / wireless PCVR headset that would replace the Index or be an update to the Index and bring some real competition back to the space. So that's basically all of the rumors all in one spot real fast. We are hoping, obviously, for any sort of VR news. The new Ray-Bans, of course, in true Meta Connect fashion, literally got leaked like 2 days ago. There was an unlisted video. And so that unlisted video showed off the new Ray-Bans, and it looks like they're going to have a one-eye display like we thought. They're actually Ray-Ban brand, which was kind of a surprise because there's a lot of rumors that the new Meta Celeste glasses were going to be their own Meta glasses. They weren't going to be branded as anything, but it looks like one eye will have a display in it where you can see directions, you can see messages, pictures, all these kinds of things, similar to what Google Glass used to do, but in normal looking glasses instead of that really far sticking out nerdy thing Google Glass was. Wow, over 200 people here. A ton of you had already liked the stream. Thank you so much. I know if you've been here from the start of the stream, you've already heard this, but if you're new here, what's going to happen is once that countdown gets close, we're going to go silent, take all this stuff off the screen. It's going to be just the Meta Connect chat, but I will still be live reacting in the typed chat with all of you talking about, discussing what we see on screen. Yeah, welcome Red Ninja, Google Quantum, Fish, Blaze, Random Nerd. So Connect is still just a countdown, but they are showing us some random footage of the people. I gotta be honest with you, if this is live and these people are still walking with their badges and we're 20 minutes from the keynote's gonna be late. Because when I was there that year, when it was supposed to be at 9 a.m. and we were all trying to get in there by 8, the lines looked like that and the keynote got delayed like an hour. So let's hope that that doesn't happen. They're giving away little meta bears. Yeah, for the last 2 years, for those of you who are new to the channel, you know, I was actually there live both years. We were invited. This year, it seems like they're not inviting a lot of Quest people. Actually, it seems like they didn't invite any specifically. If there are Quest people there, basically what happened is they work for a developer on the side, or they're doing some other thing in the VR space that got them there. So, ooh, good question in the chat. So, none of the Quest specific people got invited. Mark Poppin Pringsley asks, will there be prescription lenses for the new Ray-Bans you mentioned? Now, that is an intriguing question because this display looks like it's in one of the eyes, but you would have to have prescription lenses to use these glasses. So what I imagine, and we haven't seen the glasses close enough up, I imagine there's 2 sets of lenses, and that second lens is where the display is showing up inside, and then the inner lens would just be glass, and that would be where your prescription could still be added in. So your prescription would be the first layer. That second layer would be where you actually see your directions showing up in your eye or your email showing up in your eye. So in theory, yes, you should be able to just get prescription lenses for these, but that's not confirmed. That's just my guess. Is anyone else a long-time shareholder, heavily undervalued, large cap? I have never been a shareholder, unfortunately. I'm sure there was a time where if you got shares in what was then Facebook before everything, I'm sure it was a wild time. ROG doesn't do VR. So, not yet, but there was, like, it was pretty well confirmed when they said other companies were working on Quest-style headsets. Asus was going to be making one, which would probably be a ROG headset. Lenovo was supposed to be working on one, which people speculated that one was going to be more like the educational one or maybe the fitness headset. Yes, you like lemons. I like lemon floss. And back, howdy. Haven't seen you in quite a while. Hey, how are you? Dr. Generis. That's how Rocket is doing the lenses, but magnetic inserts. Yeah, so it could be the same way the Quest works. You could put prescription lenses that like snap on or something, but knowing Ray-Ban, they want the income from those prescription lenses. They cost more than the glasses do typically, so I'm sure they have some option of their own. They're showing developers shopping at Meta Connect on campgrounds, I guess. Yeah, I just hope that wasn't live. I hope that was like an hour or 2 ago when people were getting their badges and getting to the event. Gabe Campbell popped in, hanging out here. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you for coming in. 230 people here. Welcome, everybody. If you're new, if you want to subscribe, we cover tons of VR stuff, VR news, a little bit extra tech stuff on top of it, too. And thank you for everybody who's hit like on the stream, too. It's going to be sunglasses or monocular display or also normal clear glass. I imagine from the video we saw of it so far, it looks like it's clear glass. But somehow probably transition lenses have been the thing with Ray-Bans for years. My wonder is if the screen is on its own piece of glass, and maybe that's the one closest to your eye, because you would want that behind any sort of sunglass lens, any sort of transition, because you don't want anything else dimming that screen. So that would actually make the most sense. But yeah, the dude, one lens, it's a monocular display. So yeah, just one side, you'll be able to see emails, pictures, and stuff. And as annoying as that is, as many people are going to be driving with these on stuff, it's probably good for now that it's only one eye. Just be a little safer. If they don't announce Quest 4, I'm going to be very slightly disappointed. Favorito, I'm going to probably disappoint you right now. Everything is said. The Quest 4 has been pushed out to 2027. There maybe all of us are crossing our fingers and hoping that they're going to announce like a high-end Quest that's made by someone else like Asus, something with eye tracking, something that developers could put foveated rendering in, something with higher resolution graphics, but there is no confirmation at all besides some code scrubbing that's gone on and a few mild rumors. More likely 2026. Man, all these people, I don't recognize a single person so far. I actually, the one in the med jacket there, the guy with the shaved head, I think I recognize him. I think I recognize this guy too. So I've gone to Meta Connect the last 2 years in a row. But this year they didn't invite like Quest VR creators. There's Natasha. She's one of the top people at Impact Reality. So I recognize a few people there. But yeah, they didn't invite questers out this year, so we are here covering it live, talking to all of you. Apple Vision Pro is changing prescriptions by changing the focus on the screen to compensate. Lance, that's interesting if Apple Vision Pro is doing that. So here's a wild thing about VR. Quick history lesson for those of you who haven't been around a while. First headset I ever owned was Samsung Gear VR. You put your Samsung phone into it, you put it on your head, VR. Rough VR, but VR. It had a knob on the top that would adjust the distance between the lenses and the screens, and that was a diopter adjustment. We didn't know what it was called back then, but basically anyone I ever put that headset on could adjust that enough to where the screens were clear enough they never needed their glasses. Then every VR headset that's come out ever since, except for like one newer Vive headset, has not had that adjustment. And it's wild. So everybody's dealing with needing glasses and it not working, not being able to see it. And I can't believe that cheap $100 plastic piece of crap that was given out free with a lot of phones was the only thing that had that adjustment in it that basically meant no one needed glasses or prescription lenses. And ever since then, we haven't had that. Something but tells us you think it'll be full color, or they'll have a way to auto turn off for driving. So it does look like by the video that leaked, it is a color screen. One eye sees color. The way they showed it, it looked like it took up a lot of the glass, but I'm guessing that was just them marketing it. It's probably smaller than that inside of your eye. Maybe it will be able to sense if you're in a car and it's moving kind of like the Quest can, and maybe it will automatically turn that off. I don't know. It's definitely something I feel like would be risky for driving. Blaze, unless they're going to, for a surprise drop, that would be insane. Yeah, Meta Connect over the years has been pretty bad or good, or however you want to look at it, about leaking everything before the event starts. So I hope there's some surprises left. It sounds like these glasses are going to be released. They're going to talk about another set of Oakleys that finally, for the first time, are smart glasses with AI and a camera in them, but the camera's in the center. Because with the Ray-Bans, when you use them, you always kind of think you're looking at something and the camera's off to the side, and it always kind of is a little bit off from what you expect. But of course, those Oakleys are not going to be the ones with the display, and it looks like those are just another version of Oakley smart glasses like the ones that just released. Yeah. But typically every year at Connect, for many years now, they've announced a new Quest headset, open pre-orders right then, and you could order it and it would arrive somewhere around October 15th or 20th or something. So this will be the first year in years that nothing like that may be announced. I just keep hoping at some point we get holodeck technology like in Star Trek. Mark Poppin, it's out there. It's not something any of us can get, but I mean, Disney made those rollers on the floor that keep you in place, and you really walk, though. Unlike treadmills that hold on to you, just really walk. You pop a headset on that, and you basically have a holodeck. Valverito says it's $500 for their Quest not profitable enough. Why would they cancel? There's been a lot of speculations over the years that the Quest is never really selling at a profit. Like even at 500, they were saying for a long time the Quest 3, that was basically breaking even or maybe making a very small margin of profit, none compared to how much they put into R&D, development, building them all of that, but that they are making up for it in software, potentially data, and then of course the long-term plan that they're going to get us all in the metaverse, spending all our money there. Stewie does this. My credit card is ready for a better headset. I'm here with you, I hope, but I feel like it's pretty unlikely. Relax, enjoy life. Still holding on to the hope that Valve crashes the party in 18 minutes. If you're one of the almost 300 people here now that have just joined, there was a lot of rumors today because a bunch of, it seemed like VR people were all of a sudden up in Seattle where the Valve headquarters are, that maybe Valve was going to announce their next VR headset during this event to kind of take the wind out of the sails of Mark over here. No confirmation on that, nothing really. Even some people in the chat, it sounds like they don't think that's what's happening. It sounds like they may have just been up there for a Rec Room event. Who knows? But we'll see. Yeah, Will Gander, not inviting Questers is a big red flag. Yeah, I feel like if they were announcing any kind of Quest, there would be Quest coverage, Quest YouTubers, Quest something there. And the only people that you'll see, like Eric from Q2C and stuff, they're all there under a guise of some other company that has brought them there, or their own company, development company, because they're Impact Reality and Flat to VR. So that's where I've seen, yes, some content creators are there, but it's because they're affiliated with some sort of developer. AC had Cardboard for their first VR. Heck yes. Yeah. No Quest Wheel products. There are no Quest updates. Quest 4. Danny, if you joined recently, the Quest 4 has probably been pushed out to 2027. We're hoping to see any kind of thing here. When do you think Meta will release gloves instead of controllers? I think they're kind of letting everyone else handle gloves. Assassin's Creed 2 VR, of course, showing up here saying GTA? GTA question mark. Almost 100 of you hit like on the stream. Thank you so much. Sunny Patel asking, how do you think the display will turn on, always on or gesture activated to save battery, notification or AI activated? So for those of you who just joined, we're talking about the Ray-Bans that have already leaked that are probably one of the biggest announcements of this. Now there will be a set of Ray-Bans probably around $800 with a single display and one lens where you can see emails, pictures, respond to messages, and you can respond because there is a wristband on your wrist even that you can like write on a surface around you. You can do different gestures and use that to then communicate with the glasses. Obviously there's also voice and other options too. And so they're asking, how do you think the display will turn on? I feel like with how little battery they can pack into glasses, there's going to have to be some sort of, maybe there's an audible ding, and then if you make a gesture with your hand or something, maybe it appears. But I feel like if every notification automatically came through, you would just destroy the battery too quick. I've been saying that if there is still the hope that the Asus Quest version is dropped at this, it would still only have an XR2 Plus Gen 2 processor, so it wouldn't be able to be way more powerful than the Quest 3. Yeah, if it were Quest 4, they would probably invite Quest people. I agree there. Stress Level 0, what up? Hey, Bammerang, Chester, Blaze, hey, welcome, Funny Gamer, all the people that have joined, Ivan. Following the hype train today, yep, I know, I'm wondering what's going to happen. Quest 3 unless they release something with a complete FOV. So for those of you also joined, I have a video coming out at the very end of the keynote that I'll drop the link in the chat just before we go off so all of you can jump over to that. But if you're interested in wide field of views and things with headsets, I think you're going to want to hang out for that video after. So I'll launch it basically as the keynote is winding down. Mostly all glasses them talking about, they won't talk about V81 at all. The VR part, they're probably going to talk about Metaverse. They're probably going to talk about Horizon. They're probably going to have some sort of weird Horizon something in these Ray-Bans. Like, I don't know. Maybe your Horizon app can give you notification. I have no idea. But I know they invited some Horizon mobile developers. So maybe. Oh, Ed Walker subscribed. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you so much. One of the brats, if anybody's been with the channel long enough to remember that reference. So yeah, basically there might be some sort of, I don't even know what, I can't even imagine what that would be. Is there going to be some sort of Horizon mobile version available somehow through these Ray-Bans? I have no idea. Single display sucks. I know everybody wanted a double display. I'm sure what it came down to was half the battery life with 2 displays. Plus then you're also trying to calibrate 3-dimensional technology and all that. So they just decided it wasn't worth it. I wonder how good the wristband is. I kind of want that for my PCVR headset. I mean, if you get 2 of them and replace your controllers with 2 wristbands that had perfect hand tracking, I'd be curious. Boneworks V2. Someone said a Boneworks remaster they think will get announced. In Bammerang, not interested. I want good games. That's been a big discussion lately in the community. It's like we don't necessarily need more headsets. We need good games. Deadpool's coming. There was one I just saw Cass and Cherry covered a little bit today called Reach. So I just saw a little bit of trailer. That looked good, whatever that was. Nintendo saying they're going to make a Virtual Boy 2. I actually signed up for emails and put a reminder in my calendar. I want that Virtual Boy 2. Yeah, Chester hoping for a third-party high-end Quest and nothing else. It's kind of the only Quest thing we're really hoping could happen. I would say, and honestly, in my opinion, I'm guessing there's about a 15% chance that we get any sort of announcement on that tonight. What do you think VR will be like in 10 years, like playing experience? Kalito, that question haunts my dreams at night because there's a small part of me that fears that in 10 years, VR, at least as we know it, won't really be a thing. I hope that it is, and I hope that we continue to get these immersive experiences, but I think as glasses lean more towards all the time use, thank you Jason for subscribing, welcome. I think that more as people are doing other things, productivity and things. J-Man Curly's there, so there's some of you probably recognize. I just worry that it's going to go more towards just AR productivity and glasses, and VR will stay kind of niche like it's been. I want to believe that it will be almost as big as PlayStation. It'll be its own thing. VR will be its whole world, but it does feel like with how few games we're getting, how many people keep pulling out of the space, how tough it is to get funding and make money, there's going to be a million Gorilla Tag clones and pretty much nothing else. But people who know more about VR even than I do, who have been in the space and work on the development side, say that the big push is like all these people who are playing hours a day in these Gorilla Tag games are going to be grown-ups potentially in 10 years, potentially. So that could really make for a huge push for more, bigger, better VR games for them. They'll be developing them and such. So we'll see. The leaks say Light Horizon OS in the lens. Yeah, so some sort of Horizon operating system. They've got Horizon people there for some reason. We're looking forward to being able to fine-tune the llama models attached to the glasses. Lens must be something in development. Yeah, Chester, you got one single display, got to walk before you can run. Walden just subscribed. Welcome and thank you. Thank you for the near 100 likes on the stream. We've got over 300 people here hanging out. If you did join recently, you're wondering what's going to happen. Basically, when that timer gets close to 0, I'm going to kill my camera here, take all the stuff off the screen, no alerts, no chat, anything, and then we'll go full screen on Meta's stream, but I will stay in the chat. I'll be here live chatting with you, discussing what's happening, the events and all that, all through it out. We'll stream the whole thing, and then at the end of the event, I'll hop back on screen, we'll do a quick debrief, and then I'm going to be dropping a video that we have of some sort of headset testing thing that we got to do, so yeah. We'll keep that one kind of quiet till after the keynote, but hey, Mr. Tass, thank you for showing up. Funny Gamer spotted J-Man too. Corrupto, can we watch it VR? Yes, you do have to go sign up. I think if you want to, you have to go in Horizon Worlds and watch the keynote inside Horizon Worlds, of course. Screw Glass and Air, I want more full VR, Stewie. I feel you. Good games are needed everywhere. The Legion Go 2 being 1,500 is a joke. There isn't one single game worth 1,500 to play. Yeah, we need more good games. Like, what is happening to the gaming industry? There's a guy behind J-Man I can recognize. Couldn't think of the name. I think this, yep, it's in Horizons according to the email. Yep, so you can go in Horizon. Actually, they just call it Worlds now. You can go in Worlds? I don't know. That whole name thing has been such a debacle. I came out give up my PSVR 2. I love that OLED. I've been playing my PSVR 2 more recently. I'll actually have a video coming out in a couple weeks on some things I'm doing to kind of make that experience better. Standing in a line at 75 will not happen. So this is very cool. Yeah, I wonder how warm it is in San Francisco right now, or Palo Alto, or whatever they technically have it. We're down to about 6 minutes here, so probably in about 4 or 5 minutes, I'm going to cut over to just this display, but I'll be in the chat with all of you during all this. Over 300 of you here. Welcome. You made it to a 5 p.m. Pacific time stream. That's a big deal. If you're new to the channel, we cover tons of VR stuff, news, reviews, games lists. I do a lot of unboxings, so yeah, if you want to hit subscribe, it'd mean a lot to me. We hit 100K recently. It's almost hidden with the screen, but we got our play button back there, and then thanks to a big supporter, we actually got the special edition play button as well. You have to pay for that one. Not this one, though. They send you that free. So welcome anybody who subscribes during this. Thank you. Almost 100 likes on the stream, too, from everybody, so thank you so much. Timothy R. showed up. Might have missed the answer. Can you watch it on your Quest 3? I believe it's in Horizon Worlds that you have to go in to watch it. Maxim, when even PC games come close to a $100 price tag, Gaming Journal is going to be a luxury out. Yeah, it's wild what things are expensive, but then the free games that come out, you know, they take over because people need to save money, and then before you know it, we're all playing all the Gorilla Tag clones. Last year, the keynote was in a spatial 3D video. See, that is cool that they do that kind of stuff in Worlds, so it might be worth checking out in your headset if you want to. Hey, Gabe, thank you so much, bud. Yep, enjoy Meta Connect until they reset the timer another hour. Yeah, hopefully those videos they showed, 5 minutes. 5 minutes. They're doing something special now. So hopefully with those people, they were already in there. Hopefully that was old. And yeah, the keynote will start on time, but the keynotes have been delayed in the past, so we will see. Uh-oh. My computer just did something funky. Are we still streaming? Okay, we're down to 4 minutes. I feel like it might be a good time to go ahead and get switched over here. I'm going to turn off the alert box, the chat box. All right, everybody. I will be in the live chat with all of you here chatting during the entire event. We can live react to everything, but I think I'm going to go ahead and switch this over.
Going down. Hey. We'll talk about these in a minute. Welcome to Connect. All right. AI, glasses, and virtual reality. Our goal is to build great-looking glasses that deliver personal superintelligence and a feeling of presence using realistic holograms. And these ideas combined are what we call the Metaverse. Now, glasses are the ideal form factor for personal superintelligence because they let you stay present in the moment while getting access to all of these AI capabilities that make you smarter, help you communicate better, improve your memory, improve your senses, and more. Glasses are the only form factor where you can let an AI see what you see, hear what you hear, talk to you throughout the day, and very soon generate whatever UI you need right in your vision in real time. So it is no surprise that AI glasses are taking off. This is now our third year shipping AI glasses with our great partner, EssilorLuxottica. And the sales trajectory that we've seen is similar to some of the most popular consumer electronics of all time. Now, we are focused on designing glasses with a few clear values. Number one, they need to be great glasses first. Now, before we get to any of the technology, the glasses need to be well-designed and comfortable. And if you're going to wear glasses on your face all day, every day, then they need to be refined in their aesthetics, and they need to be light. So in addition to working with iconic brands, we have spent years of engineering, obsessing over how to shave every fraction of a millimeter and portion of a gram that we can from every pair of glasses that we ship, and I think that that shows in the work. Number two, the technology needs to get out of the way. The promise of glasses is to preserve this sense of presence that you have when you're with other people. Now, this feeling of presence, it's a profound thing. And I think that we've lost it a little bit with phones, and we have the opportunity to get it back with glasses. So when we're designing the hardware and software, we focus on giving you access to very powerful tools when you want them, and then just having them fade into the background otherwise. Number three, take superintelligence seriously. This is going to be the most important technology in our lifetimes. AI should serve people, not just be something that sits in a data center automating large parts of society. So we design our glasses to be able to empower people with new capabilities as soon as they become possible. We think in advance about what kind of sensors are going to be necessary, and we make it so that you can just update your software and make your glasses and yourself smarter and direct AI towards what matters most in your life. All right. So with all that said, we do have some new glasses to show you today. And I want to start with these, the next generation of Ray-Ban Meta glasses. Now, these are the original and iconic design. I think that this is actually the most popular glasses design in history. And now, with double the battery life, I wear them all day. They never run out of battery. It's got 3K video recording, double our previous resolution for sharper, smoother and more vivid videos. These are all shot with Ray-Ban Meta. And Meta AI keeps on getting better. So last year I did this live demo translating live between two people. We were doing that on stage. Now today, I am excited to introduce a feature that we call Conversation Focus. It's a new feature coming soon that is going to be able to amplify your friends' voices in your ear. So if you're in a noisy restaurant, you're basically going to be able to turn up the volume on your friends or whoever you're talking to. And Conversation Focus, it's not only going to be on the new Ray-Ban Metas, it's going to be available as a software update on all of the existing Ray-Ban Metas too. Now, to show this, we've got Johnny Cirillo and Jack Coyne in the streets of New York. So check out how this works.
Hi, Johnny.
Hello, how are you? Got the Renaissance vibes going on? It's going on, baby. Jack.
I just put my name in. It's going to be a couple minutes.
Nice.
I need your advice.
Okay.
Every time I get my picture taken, I feel like I'm not being normal. I want to feel like just a regular person when I'm...
One sec, Jack. Hey, Meta. Start Conversation Focus.
Starting Conversation Focus.
Okay, go on.
As soon as the camera comes up,
Yeah.
I start to have this like serious...
Deer in headlight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do I be like more normal?
Oh, man.
How do I be more natural like when I'm getting my picture taken?
Sometimes I play around with something like your collar, fix your sleeve a little bit.
And like
Yeah, just like
sort of action.
Yeah, like nobody's around. You know what I mean? You gotta just...
Finger David ready.
All right. It's Conversation Focus. All right, we are also improving live AI. As we optimize battery and energy efficiency, Meta AI is going to transition from being something that you invoke when you have a question to a service that is running all the time and helping you out throughout the day. Now, to be clear, we're not there yet on all-day live AI use. This is one of the major technology challenges that we're still working through. But today, you can use live AI for about an hour or two straight. So to get a feeling for what this is like, let's cut to Chef Jack Mancuso, who's coming to us live from a kitchen on Meta's campus preparing for the after party. How's it going, Chef? All right. So what do you think? Maybe let's make, I don't know, what should we make? Maybe like a steak sauce, maybe Korean-inspired type thing, you know, just to show what the live AI is like.
Yeah, let's try it. It's not something I've made before, so I could definitely use the help. Hey, Meta, start live AI.
Starting live AI. I love the setup you have here with soy sauce and other ingredients. How can I help?
Hey, can you help me make a Korean-inspired steak sauce for my steak sandwich here?
You can make a Korean-inspired steak sauce using soy sauce, sesame oil.
What do I do
brown
first?
sugar.
What do I do first?
You've already combined the base ingredients, so now grate a pear to add to the sauce.
What do I do first?
You've already combined the base ingredients, so now grate the pear and gently combine it with the base sauce.
All right, I think the Wi-Fi might be messed up. Sorry, back to you, Mark.
It's all good. You know what? It's all good. It's, the irony of the whole thing is that you spend years making technology and then the Wi-Fi at the day kind of catches you. All right. Anyway, we'll go check out what he made later. Okay. Now, when you're building glasses, there is an important intersection between technology and fashion and style. And the technology keeps getting more useful, but you know, as I said before, first and foremost, these need to be great-looking glasses that people love to wear. So we are releasing the Ray-Ban Metas in more colorways to match your style. Here's a bunch of the new ones. And you know, last year at Connect, we also released a limited edition clear frames, and they were pretty popular. They sold out in a few days. So we've got a new limited edition transparent matte frames. with 2 colors. So get them quickly because they're probably going to be sold out in a few days too. All right. Now, it's been pretty fun to see how designers have taken Ray-Ban Meta in a lot of different directions. You know, some of you probably are familiar with the fashion label Luar, run by Raul Lopez. And, you know, he's a bold designer who's bringing together sportswear and high fashion. He recently debuted a look that's centered on Ray-Ban Meta at New York Fashion Week. Raul's actually here today, along with Christy Baez, modeling the look that he created. So, awesome. Good to see you. All right. All right, that's the next generation of Ray-Ban Meta. We're really excited about this. They're available now, starting at $379. All right. This summer, we launched our first pair of AI glasses with Oakley, the Oakley Meta Houston. It's another iconic brand that we're working with. Oakley is synonymous with sports for 50 years now. They're available in a number of great colors. Now, today, I am excited to add to our Oakley collection and announce the brand new Oakley Meta Vanguard. Now, this is the iconic Oakley aesthetic. These glasses are designed for performance. And on these, you know, we push the battery even further. You can run a marathon using them the whole time on a single charge, and then you can turn around and run another marathon on the same charge and still not be out of battery. The camera is centered for perfect alignment for your shots. It's got a wider 122-degree field of view, so you can capture all the epicness of your adventure in 3K. And it's got video stabilization. So that means that as you're going down a trail, you're going to be able to capture some really great video. All right. The open-ear speakers are the most powerful speakers that we've shipped yet, with 6 decibels louder than Oakley Meta Houston. So they're great for running on a noisy road or biking in 30-mile-an-hour winds. You know, I actually took a call on a jet ski a few weeks ago. It was great. I could hear the other person fine over the engine. And our advanced wind noise reduction makes it so that you can basically be standing in a wind tunnel and you'd still come in clear to the person on the other side. I mean, the person had no idea I was on a jet ski, which is good. All right, we've added slow motion and hyperlapse capture modes so you can capture your adventures in new ways. These modes are also going to be available on all the new glasses that we're announcing here, the new Ray-Ban Meta, the new Oakley Meta Houstons too. So you can get great footage with any of the glasses. We are partnering with Garmin. And introducing auto capture. So now if you're wearing a Garmin device, the glasses are going to be able to automatically capture video when you reach certain speeds or different distance intervals or, you know, like every mile of a marathon. And then when you're done, we'll just stitch together all the videos for you, and you can overlay the stats on top of them, and you get a nice video that you can share wherever you want. And we're also partnering with Strava. So you can overlay your stats from Strava too and share all the same type of content with your Strava community. All right. We put an LED in them, so that way it can light up in your peripheral vision to help keep you on your pace target or heart rate zone target. So that's going to be really useful if you're using a Garmin device too. These are also our most water-resistant glasses yet. With an IP67 rating, they can get wet. I've taken them out surfing. It's fine. It's good. So yeah, there you go. They're also designed with swappable Oakley Prism Shield lenses for different light conditions, you know, different styles. You can customize this iconic design however you want. All right, now I think that these are pretty awesome. I'm really excited for all of you to get to try them out. To give them a test and to take them for a little bit of a spin, we gave them to our friends at Red Bull. So check this out.
That's all done.
Hey Meta, what's the world record for the longest wakeboard rail slide?
Hey Meta, what's the speed limit here?
The speed limit is 100 kilometers per hour.
Hey Meta, start recording.
Let's have some fun!
Wow. Your current speed is 103 kilometers per hour.
Hey Meta, record slow motion. These glasses are perfectly fit. Amazing.
Oakley Meta Vanguard. All right, we are selling them for $4.99. Pre-orders start now, and we're going to ship them on October 21st. There you go. All right. Now let's check out those glasses I walked on stage with. All right. We have been working on glasses for more than 10 years at Meta. And this is one of those special moments where we get to show you something that we've poured a lot of our lives into and that I just think is different from anything that I've seen anyone else work on. I am really proud of this, and I'm really proud of our team for achieving this. This is Meta Ray-Ban Display. These are glasses with the classic style that you'd expect from Ray-Ban, but they are the first AI glasses with a high-resolution display and a whole new way to interact with them, the Meta Neural Band. That's this guy. All right, now, this isn't a prototype. This is here, it is ready to go, and you're going to be able to buy them in a couple of weeks. All right, so what's new here? There are two key innovations, the display and the neural interface. The display is large enough to watch a video or read a thread of messages. It appears in one eye, it's slightly off-center so it doesn't block your view, and it disappears after a few seconds when it's not in use so it doesn't distract you. It is very high resolution and very bright. I mean 42 pixels per degree, which is sharper than any major headset that's out there, and up to 5,000 nits of brightness. So it is crisp whether you're indoors or outdoors on the sunniest day. This required a custom light engine and waveguide to deliver this. It's a lot of awesome technology that we're really proud of. And then there's the neural interface. Every new computing platform has a new way to interact with it. So for the glasses, we are replacing the keyboard, mouse, touchscreen, buttons, dials, with the ability to send signals from your brain with little muscle movements that the neural band will pick up so you can silently control your glasses with barely perceptible movements. The Meta Neural Band is a huge scientific breakthrough. We have built a neural interface into a durable, lightweight, comfortable, and good-looking wristband with 18 hours of battery life and is water resistant. Now, I want to get into this in more detail. We've got two options. We've got the slides or we've got the live demo. Let's do it live. All right. Now, one of the most important and frequent things that we all do on our phones is send messages. So when we were designing these Meta Ray-Bans, we wanted to make it really easy to send and receive messages. And look, Boz is messaging me right now. All right, now, okay, I could go ahead and I could dictate with my voice, I could send a voice clip, but I've got this neural band, and it's silent. And now, and you know, a lot of the time you're around other people. So it's good to just be able to type without anyone seeing. And I'm up to about 30 words a minute on this. You can get pretty fast. Want to try a video call? I think we should. What do you think? All right. All right. So I think our call will be coming in any moment now.
Boz, WhatsApp video call.
There we go. Uh-oh. Well, let's see what happened there. That's too bad. I don't know what happened. Maybe Boz can try calling me again. All right. Well, I got a missed video call. Okay, there's the actual video call. All right. I'm just going to pick that up with my neural band. This is, you know, it happens. Yeah, let's, what do you think? Let's just go ahead and...
WhatsApp video call.
Let's go for a fourth. All right. Try it again. I keep on messing this up. And if not, then we'll go for the less fun option. Okay. I don't know what to tell you guys. All right. We're going to have Boz come out here, and we're just going to go to the next thing that I wanted to show and hope that will work. All right. All right. Now, Boz is going to come out, and he's going to need some walk-on music, especially after that. So now I'm going to be able to open up Meta AI with a subtle tap that you're probably not even going to see. Play California Dreamin'.
From Spotify, here's California Dreamin' by the Mamas and the Papas.
All right, and if I want to adjust the volume, I act like there's a volume control in front of me, and I can just turn it, and there we go. Fifth time's the charm. This Wi-Fi is brutal. Yeah, I don't know. We'll debug that later. You know, you practice these things like 100 times, and then, you know, you never know what's going to happen.
I promise you no one is more upset about this than I am, because this is my team that now has to go debug why this didn't work on the stage.
We'll take a video later, and we'll show the video that way. All right. So what should we show? So we talked about conversation focus earlier, and how now with the Ray-Ban Metas, they're going to be able to turn up the volume on a friend. But with the display, you could do even better. You can put subtitles on the world.
we set it up?
So yeah, you want to check this out?
Yeah, let me get it going right now.
All right.
We're ready for it.
Okay. Now, I don't know about you. When I watch TV...
Oh, I accidentally exited. That's my fault. That's my fault.
It's all good.
Okay. We're good now.
It's really live.
That's how we prove that it's live.
Yeah. Okay. So now, like I was saying, when I watch TV, I pretty much always have the subtitles on. I can hear fine, but I find that it just makes it easier to follow along. But if you have an issue hearing, then I think that this is going to be a game changer.
Yeah, I agree. And it's also cool, it can do translation. So if I'm talking to somebody who speaks a different language than me, I'll get a translation in my native language right on the display, real-life subtitles.
There you go. All right, should we show the camera?
We got to show the camera. For everyone who loves the Ray-Ban Metas, the number one request we get is the ability to see the picture before they take it, and also after they take it, before they share it. And finally, with the viewfinder, we have a chance to do it. Should we show them?
Let's do it. All right, so let me just go ahead and pull up the camera. I got a lot of missed calls from you.
Yeah. I don't
know what happened.
I was trying to call you.
I don't know what happened.
Were you busy?
Yeah. All right. All right. What should we take? You got some sick shoes, man.
Some Alex Alpert Oakley's here.
Yeah, there you go. All right. I'll take some photos. You know what? Let's go ahead and take a video just because we missed that opportunity before.
Thank you.
Say hi. You want to wave? All right. There you go.
Here, I got something to show him.
Yeah, you want to show the case?
So the charging case for the glasses folds nice
cool.
and flat,
yeah.
fits in your pocket, fits in your bag, and then, look at that, pops open for charging mode.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so I just take photos really simply, and then I can just, go ahead and you can just browse through them and look at them after. It's, Yeah. So there you go. It's a nice high-resolution display that you can totally do video chats or watch the videos that you've taken on your camera.
That's what my face would have looked like had the video call gone through.
All right. Well, anyhow, that was a pretty good speed run. 4 out of 5.
We'll take it.
That's about what you can get.
All right. Thanks,
see you in a minute. All right. So you get a sense of how the Meta displays and the neural band come together to enable some pretty amazing new things. The last thing that I want to show is a glimpse of how this is going to work with agentic AI. And the basic idea here is that we all have dozens of conversations throughout the day, and if you're anything like me, then in every conversation there are normally like 5 things that you want to follow up on. Maybe there's something you're supposed to do. Maybe there's a conversation that, this reminded you that you need to have. Maybe someone just said something that you weren't sure about and wanted to confirm or wanted more context on. But, the thing is, it's tough to follow up while you're in the middle of a conversation. So if you're anything like me, you probably don't, and then you just forget a lot of these things. So the promise of glasses and AI is that they're going to help with this over time. So you just start a live AI session, and the glasses are going to be able to see what you see, hear what you hear, and they're going to be able to go off and think about it, and then come back and help you. Now, this one's inherently harder to show. It's non-deterministic. We're also going to be rolling out a bunch of these features over the coming months, but we put together a video of this, what this is going to be like, so let's check this out.
Thank you so much. Hey, Jake. I'm so glad you reached out.
Hey, yeah, I was hoping you could help me on this board I'm building for my brother.
Oh, of course. Hey, Meta, start live AI.
So for the board, my brother needs something with a wide tail so it's easy to catch waves, but the performance of a narrower tail.
What about a swallowtail shape?
Oh, that's great, yeah.
But maybe 3 fins, that makes it easier to turn, right?
I love it. He's actually going to Hawaii in the spring. Do you think we can have the fins by then?
Actually, a few weeks ago, the supplier confirmed that the fins will be here in October.
That's great news, but would it be too tight?
I'll need to double check to be sure.
Yeah, that would really help.
Okay, she is good to go.
Nice. I'll update the designs and let's catch some waves soon.
Let's do it. I'll hit you up.
Yeah, have a great weekend.
All right. So there you have it. This is the next chapter in the exciting story of the future of computing. And so we got Meta Ray-Ban display, our first AI glasses with high-resolution display, and the Meta Neural Band, the world's first mainstream neural interface. The glasses are going to come in two colors. They're going to come in black and sand. And they also all come with transition lenses, so that you can wear them indoors. They turn into sunglasses when you go outside. And you are going to be able to buy the set for $7.99 in stores, where you can get demos as well, on September 30th. All right. There you go. I'm looking forward to them. Okay. People are already getting a lot of text messages from me through them. So, it's great. Okay. So all in, this is our fall 2025 glasses line. We have got the next generation of Ray-Ban Meta, including our special edition. You've got the Oakley Meta Houstons that we released in the summer. You've got the Oakley Meta Vanguard for performance. And now you've got the Meta Ray-Ban display. Those are our fall 2025 glasses. All right. Moving on. Now let's talk about the intersection between AI and virtual reality. Now, we want to help bring about a future where anyone can just dream up any experience that you can think of and then just create it. And with AI, we are starting to see this a little bit with writing and photos and even the early part of videos. But pretty soon, I think that people are going to be able to create entirely new, immersive and interactive types of content. Whole worlds, games, characters, art, holograms that complement the physical objects around you. And this is a big deal because right now creating this kind of 3D and immersive and interactive content is really hard. But it takes a long time to create great virtual or augmented reality content, and that's one of the constraints that is holding back the ecosystem. But we're not far from being able to create this kind of content just as easily as you would prompt Meta AI today. And this, I think it's going to transform not just what's possible in virtual reality, but also the kind of content that you can get on glasses and the types of content that you see on social media in experiences like Facebook and Instagram in the future as well. So today, we're taking a few big steps in this direction. First, Meta Horizon Studio. Now, over the last year, we've released a number of AI tools to generate meshes, textures, TypeScript, audio, skyboxes, and a lot more, so that way creators can make higher quality worlds in just a fraction of the time. Soon, Meta Horizon Studio is going to include an agentic AI assistant that will stitch together all of these different tools and further speed up the creation process using just simple text prompts. Powering this is our brand new Meta Horizon engine. Now, this is a new engine that we have spent the last couple of years building from scratch to replace the Unity runtime, which is great, by the way, but it just wasn't built for this use case. This engine is fully optimized for bringing the metaverse to life. It is much faster performance and to load things, much better graphics, much easier to create with. Now you're going to be able to easily create infinite connected spaces that look way, way better with realistic physics and interaction. All right, now to check this out, what this engine can do, let's walk through some of the new experiences that we're rolling out. Now, first, the graphic fidelity means that hyperscape spaces are now really quite something. Now, I showed a prototype of this last year, and today we are rolling out early access to hyperscape capture. So you can just use your Quest headset to scan a room in just a few minutes and turn it into an immersive, true-to-life world. It's pretty awesome. Now, eventually, you're going to be able to seamlessly blend hyperscape and worlds into Horizon and have them all be connected too. All right, this is our new immersive home, rendered entirely in Meta Horizon engine. Visually, it is a big step forward from where we have been. There is no 8-bit Eiffel Tower here. You can customize your home. You can pin different apps to the wall. Like this Instagram app, it automatically renders your posts from creators and friends in 3D, which is pretty awesome. You can also jump straight from your home to a series of interconnected worlds. And the new engine makes it more than 4 times faster to load and render new worlds. So now it's just a few seconds, right? So it's more like loading a web page than loading an entire new game, which makes it a lot easier to create this interconnected metaverse. Horizon Engine also enables much greater concurrency and many more people to be in the same world at the same time. We now support 5 times as many people in the same world compared to the previous engine. So that's going to enable a lot of neat things. All right, so let's say that you want to head over to the new arena to see a concert, or if you're there right now, then you can be watching this Connect keynote live. And if you go in there, you're going to see a lot of people. They're live. Then you can interact with them. So anyway, all right, this is Meta Horizon Studio and Meta Horizon Engine, foundational infrastructure for the metaverse, and they're going to enable immersive and interactive worlds across all of our products, starting with virtual reality, and then one day coming to your glasses and coming to social media as well. All right. The last thing I want to cover is content. Quest continues to have the very best slate of virtual reality games. We've got Marvel's Deadpool VR, ILM's Star Wars Beyond Victory, and Demio by Dungeons & Dragons, Battlemarked, all launching this fall. It has also been really neat to see how many people are using Quest to watch video content. You know, it's just a lot more immersive. So we think that this category, watching video content, is going to be a huge category, both in virtual reality headsets and on glasses, too. So we're launching a new entertainment hub that we are calling Horizon TV. And we are working with a bunch of great partners to include a bunch of movies and TV and live sports and music. So I'm excited to announce that Disney Plus is coming to Horizon TV and bring along content from Hulu and ESPN. We are also partnering with Universal Pictures, an iconic horror company, Blumhouse. So you can watch horror movies like The Black Phone or Megan with 3D special effects that now will take over your space. Horizon TV also supports Dolby Atmos, and it's going to support Dolby Vision soon, too. So you're going to have rich colors, crisp details, and spatial sound for a more immersive experience than you could have with traditional TV. All right. I am really excited about what these new technologies are going to unlock for artists and entertainment. I think that this shift towards more immersive storytelling, and 3D storytelling, It's going to be one of the more exciting developments in the coming years. And I think that it's going to drive a new wave of adoption of virtual reality and glasses. So I wanted to close today by hearing from the pioneer of immersive, cutting-edge storytelling with CGI, 3D filmmaking, and more. So please join me in welcoming to the stage legendary filmmaker James Cameron, along with our very own Boz again. All right, thank you.
All right, well, thank you, Mark. James Cameron really needs no introduction. I am going to try out of respect. The most famous filmmaker, unprecedented hit rate in Hollywood, but also, and critically for our partnership, a real pioneer in technology, consistently pushing the technology he needs to fulfill his creative vision, as Mark said, whether that be in 3D, storytelling, or even building a submarine. He's done the whole range. So thank you for coming to Connect. We're so glad to have you.
It's a huge honor. I mean, this is such a big day for you guys, and I'm glad you were able to squeeze me in. Appreciate it.
Anytime, really. So you and I have talked a lot about your passion for 3D filmmaking, and it goes back a long ways, 2 decades, really. Mm-hmm. Talk to me about where that comes from, why you believe so strongly in this.
I've spent my filmmaking career trying to really engage people, draw them in, get them involved in the story and the characters. I was first exposed to 3D filmmaking in 1998, I think, and it was massive film cameras. It was for a thing for Universal for a ride show. I thought, we got to be able to do this better. And then when digital cameras came along, I was a super early adopter. I think there was George Lucas and then me, and that was in 99, 2000. And I said, why can't we just slap 2 of these things side by side and make 3D, you know? Well, it turned out to be a lot more complicated than that. And so 25 years later, I'm pleased to say I've got a great 3D team, and we've made it all. We not only made my films, but we've made the 3D cameras available to a lot of other filmmakers doing concert films and sports for TV, which didn't last long, but and you know, lots of big movies, Ridley Scott, that sort of thing. I just love 3D personally. I love authoring in it. I love seeing the end result when it's done properly. And I think it's how we perceive the world. Why would we throw away 50% of our data, you know, and see everything through a single eye? It makes no sense to me. And I just see a future which I think can be enabled by the new, you know, devices that you have, the Quest series, and then some of the new stuff, hopefully, that's coming down the line, right? I think we're looking at a future that's a whole new distribution model where we can have theater-grade 3D, you know, basically on your head.
And one of the things that's interesting, you talked a lot about how, when we first met, you talked about how much the visual fidelity matters to you and the brightness of the screen and the fullness of the effect that you're getting from it. And for a long time, the headsets weren't there. You know, they weren't even as good as TV, let alone, you know, theater. Now we're seeing something different, and you've been able to put the headset on. And with, you know, you've been working so hard now on Avatar, Fire and Ash coming in December.
Right.
You've gotten a chance to see some of these pieces in headset, and you had a pretty surprising reaction to me. You said that's how you thought it should be seen.
This is, I mean, it's interesting because I've been fighting so hard with movie theaters to get the brightness levels up, to install laser projection, but they're caught in an earlier paradigm. And, you know, no business can survive being stuck in technology 15 years old. So, you know, when I put on the Quest 3 and I saw some of my own content, which I knew because I have the sort of baseline calibration for that. I know what it's supposed to look like. And to see it at light levels beyond the SEMPTE standard for theater projection. You know, the very, very best you're going to see in a theater is 16-foot Lamberts. Most theaters are at 3-foot Lamberts, which is like nits, but it's the theater version of it.
A lot of people out there Googling foot Lambert right now.
Right? And so, you know, and the Quest is at 30 foot Lamberts equivalent if you do the conversion from nits. And so that's an order of magnitude brighter, you know, and the brightness gives you the dynamic range, it gives you the color space as it was meant to be, and that's so much more engaging. And the work that you guys have done in the Quest series to expand the field of view, to get the brightness, to get the spatial resolution, to me it's like being in my own private movie theater.
I do think that's one of the reasons Horizon TV ends up being why it's happening now. It's always been kind of an idea, and we've always been about to do it. We never quite brought it together now, and I love the response that we got from the audience. Who knows? That's true. We just have never quite pulled it all together. And I think the difference is we finally have the displays to do it. We have something to offer here that even TV can't necessarily rival.
Exactly. I mean, you mostly look at flat displays, phones, laptops, wall panels, all that sort of thing. This is going to be, I think, a new age. Because we experience the world in 3D, our brains are wired for it, our visual neurobiology is wired for it, and we've been able to prove that there's more emotional engagement, there's more sense of presence. If you're going to watch a Blumhouse film, a horror film, your fight-flight reflex is more engaged, right? Hopefully, if you're watching a love story, you'll cry an extra tear or so. I don't know how measurable it is in hard metrics because it's a bit subjective, but I want to say maybe 20% more engagement, right? So my vision is a stereo ubiquity future where all of our feeds, our news, our entertainment content, our live stuff, sports, of course, right? And you guys have been writing some amazing UIs for sports. Am I supposed to talk? I can't talk about that. Okay. Anyway, the point is, it's all this.
Can't take this guy anywhere.
This stuff is not. Okay. Nobody in this room can say a word. Okay, and I trust you guys. But it's all imminent. This is not something that's pie in the sky down the line. And so I think our task, the reason that we've partnered, and it's under. If I can say it, it's under Bob Morgan and content and Sarah Melkin. And our gig right now, it's there.
Yeah, there they are.
Yeah. Our gig right now is to get other filmmakers and showrunners, because, by the way, I think episodic television, short form, long form, I think that's the low-hanging fruit that people have historically ignored because so much 3D content was just made for movies. I'm not talking about Avatar. I can't make movies fast enough to feed this pipeline. What we do at Lightstorm Vision, my 3D company, is we build cameras and systems and networking and tools to give to other to supply to other filmmakers.
To generously help.
For
only a small fee.
A small fee. Other filmmakers and showrunners and broadcasters and so on, to be able to create this avalanche of content that there will be an enormous demand for.
And this is the thing that I think is underappreciated. You are driving down, over time, the cost that it's going to take to build these kinds of productions. So it can be done much more conventionally. It used to be an incredible, when you're doing the first Avatar,
it's a bad example.
It's just cutting edge. Everything is hard. Everything is expensive. And you're trying to bring it into conventional productions so that people doing any kind of production are able to bring this content, this rich of an experience to their audience who wants to invest in it.
Sure, and it's not only just bringing down the hardware, but it's making the hardware smarter. There's a lot of software solutions and downstream digital solutions and so on. We want to make the stuff so idiot-proof that we can put a production camera or a production system in the hands of anybody, anywhere, and it will take care of, the decision-making around what makes good stereo, what makes it easy on our eyes, easy on our brains, where we're not getting eye strain and all those things. So it's taken us 25 years to figure out the kind of algorithm for that. We want to make it a real algorithm and build it into this gear and make it available. And then that will enable, I can't make this stuff fast enough, but there's thousands of people producing tens of thousands of hours a year of content, and it will flow across your devices.
Yeah, and if you think about going from autofocus, you have the ability to, interocular distance can be an automatic
stereo, basically.
Auto stereo. Right? So yeah, this is one of the things that really, I think, has made this partnership so great, and you get a sense, I think, of it from the two of us. We're effusive about the partnership, is you are somebody who's had a creative vision. You start with a creative vision. You start with a product. You start with an idea of a story you want to tell and how you want people to experience that story, and you work backwards, and you attack all those pieces. Tell me, you looked at, when did you first come up with the Avatar idea?
I was 19 when I had a dream about a bioluminescent forest. I wrote the treatment in 1995, so I've been making Avatar in some form in my mind and then in practice for over 30 years.
It's incredible. And so in 1995, the thing that you need doesn't exist yet. You have to
none
go
of
make
it existed.
You know, and you kind of see the parallels between a Mark Zuckerberg and a James Cameron, people who see a future. I mean, I've been doing this work in reality labs for 10 years now. And it is, we're obsessive about a vision of the future, which we haven't arrived at yet, but we do see the progress. I will say it kind of finally feels like it's going downhill now. Like it's starting to feel like it's picking up momentum, not only in the hardware, but also in the content side.
You are willing a future into existence that you saw clearly. And this moment in history feels a lot to me like it did back in the early 90s, late 80s and early 90s when CG was first manifesting itself. And, you're going to replace actors and it'll never look real and analog is the answer. And that's why I founded a company called Digital Domain. I wanted, it was revolutionary in its moment. It's ho-hum today and it's ubiquitous today. So I've actually seen historically in my own life experience how you can actually make massive change. And, and then that led to 3D. Okay. Everybody accepts the fact that we go to digital movie theaters now, right? Obvious, right? Except that when the digital technology existed, it wasn't adopted right away. It took 3D to get the theaters to convert to digital projection.
It took you.
Well, we were in the middle of that.
Release.
Yeah, we were
unless they updated the theaters.
Yeah, and it was actually talking to the team at Texas Instruments that developed the chip that made digital projection possible, and saying, embed in your servers and in your electronics the ability to carry 2 image streams, and because they did that. Then digital projection just rolled out, and now it's everywhere other than the occasional art house someplace with a 35 millimeter print. But when you've lived through enough of these revolutions, you start to see them coming as a wave, like a good surfer. I know you surf.
That's right.
I watch it from the beach.
You watch it from underwater.
I watch it from underwater.
Listen, we've got one more exciting piece coming. I want to thank you again for coming to Connect. It's really our honor to have you. I can't wait to check out Avatar Fire and Ash, as I'm sure everyone here will agree, when it hits the theaters in December 19th.
Thank you.
And as a special surprise, we have an exclusive, never-before-seen, stunning 3D clip from Avatar Fire and Ash for everyone to check out in demo stations here for attendees and available on all Meta Quest devices in Horizon TV for a limited viewing window. So thank you all. Thank you, James. And trust the process. This is all going to be very exciting. And now I'm going to cue Mark to take us to the finish line here.
All right. Hey. All right. Thank you, James and Buzz. Can't wait to see Avatar Fire and Ash this December and for some awesome Avatar content to hit Horizon TV. And I can't wait to get the new fall 2025 line of glasses in all of your hands and for you to get a chance to experience Meta Horizon Studio and Engine. One last live demo. I don't learn. All right. We've got an after party over at Meta's Classic Campus. Diplo's going to play. Please join me in welcoming Diplo.
How are you doing?
Good. All right. So everyone knows you're a legendary DJ, but people are also starting to learn that you're a big runner, and you've got the whole Diplo Run Club.
Exactly.
So what do you think? Should we run over to
ready for a run
Campus right now and take these things for a spin?
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it.
Meta, play Be Right There.
From Spotify, here's Be Right There by Diplo.
Okay. That was shorter than expected. That's what she said. Uh, Welcome back, everybody, here. The sound of that has ended. Their music is over. I'm keeping my headphones on just in case for some reason something pops up, but it looks like it is. It is dead and gone. So, all right. Gamertag was here. What's up, GT? What's going on, everybody? We'll do a really quick debrief. I know a lot of you got to jump off. It's late in a lot of time zones. Someone give me the thumbs up that everybody can hear okay and things are going good. But dang, obviously we were hoping for some sort of surprise drop. Even some surprise games would have been great, or any inkling of an Asus Quest, any that we didn't get any of that. The new Meta Ray-Bans being $800 with all that functionality is pretty cool. The fact that you're able to get them on September 30th already is shocking. Yeah, I'm excited about the glasses, but ultimately, like, we're here for VR. I'm excited to see what the glasses do, but it's still not AR. The fact that you can see stuff in them, you don't have to get your phone on as much. I'm all for all of that. I think that's really cool. But yeah, 5,000 nits. Someone said 5,000 nits, a half an inch from your eye shining in. Might be a little much. Imagine you're in a totally dark room, you get a bam notification in that one eye. Yeah, but to all of you who came out over, there was almost 1,000 people at one point. Thank you. 600 still here. Hundreds of likes and everybody showing up. I really appreciate that. So yeah, that was an interesting keynote. I don't feel so bad now that I wasn't there for it. I was really hoping for some sort of surprise, you know, if they had done a one more thing, something, but I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see if there's any sort of holiday launches or anything else happening. At least we know we can go running with those glasses on. Absolutely. So the display glasses, it sounds like you can just buy them on the 30th, Sonny. It sounds like you can go get them $800. You know, some new stuff with the Quest headset and how you can scan rooms and the home environment stuff, but nothing crazy. Yeah, GT, I know you're tired. It's late as hell for you, man. I can't even believe you're here. I'm also sad we weren't there, man. I think GT and I have been together at the last 2 Connects now, right? Ugh, saddest day. Mentioned 4 games that mispronounced for 20 parts of them. What's weird too is Battlemark. They even teased they had some announcement coming. I guess they're just announcing it at Connect and letting people demo it there, but I thought there was going to be that. If you don't know what Battlemark is, the Demio creators are officially partnering up with the actual Dungeons and Dragons people and making a Dungeons and Dragons game. So yeah, Steam news, we also didn't get that either. So not quite the news we all wanted, but I will say I do have something for all of you here. Let me jump over and go make this video live. I have a video I've been sitting on for like a month now. Let me grab the link. So what I'm gonna do, this is a little surprise, something we got to try early. It's not officially anything that will definitely launch in its final forms, but it is the working steps towards that. So there's gonna be, it's all of the stuff they're building into the future of what's coming in VR. So I want to say a bunch of thank yous. There are so many of you here. The curry has arrived just in time for me to end the stream. Actually, I'll come eat dinner with you, Nat. But thank you so much. It was awesome. We saw a lot of big names in chat. Obviously, GT's here right now. Tropical from Veil VR here. Bradley popped in earlier. Kalea was here. Assassin 32 VR. And, of course, tons of the people from our community, the OGs and everything, too. So thank you so much to everyone who showed up. Everybody hit like on the stream. This has been absolutely amazing. I don't stream often enough anymore these days. I'm busy with so much. But I always, every time I get a stream, I say, oh, I want to do this again. And then I don't do it until Thankmas or something else. But thank you so much, everybody. I'm going to publish this new video. If all of you want to jump over, watch, like, enjoy, this is something hopefully special and surprising and sneaky. But yeah, you might have been disappointed by Connect, but I'm really hoping this video gives you some hope, some press towards the future. So I am hitting publish on the video. And then I am dropping the video in the chat here for everybody. Thank you, Amber. Everyone have a good night. Everyone who said, yeah, you're hungry now. Get some curry. Get some yellow curry. It's got a little blankie around it because the bowl is really hot. New video is out. We got to try some special secret stuff. Not too secret. I mean, they let people in, but mostly developers, people inside the industry. Go check out that video. If you'd hit a like, leave it on there. That would mean the world to me, everybody. Thank you so much once again for being here with me. Amazing stream. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate so many of you showing up from the community and everything too. So thank you so much. Thank you for 100K and the play buttons that are now in the background. I can't say enough thank yous to all of you out there. So I'll drop that link a couple more times here. Good night, and I'll see all of you in another reality. Oh, I didn't close that far enough.